Just days after President Trump announced his AI plans and policies, China hosted its annual AI conference in Shanghai. You got tech companies there, including from the US, showing off their latest developments. China's premier also spoke and proposed a global organization on AI cooperation. Sounds good enough. Sharon Goldman is an AI reporter for Fortune and co-author of the Eye on AI newsletter. Sharon, good morning. Welcome. This sounds wonderful. We're all going to agree. We're going to cooperate. How is this possible, global coordination, as China puts it, when we haven't really set rules of the road and standards for how AI should function?
Well, the truth is this is very difficult. And the key here is that this conference and where this announcement was made, this is about China. The perception is that it's about China wanting to spread its influence. So, of course, it wants to make itself the leader in global cooperation. It's notable that it's talking about putting the headquarters of that agency in Shanghai. But it's really a reaction to the US's AI action plan of last week. And it's really falling into two camps. And the question is, who will set the rules of the road? Here, China is responding and saying that it wants to be the one. But last week, the US made it clear that it's not going to cede its dominance. It wants to be the dominant player in making those rules of the roads and setting the standards.
And the thrust from the Trump administration meeting was almost deregulation, unleashing the power of this technology so it can grow. What would these rules of the road be as the US and China compete to lead?
Exactly. There's really two different camps and two different sets of values that are being purported here. So for China, it's really more of a state-sponsored, top-down, state-controlled set of regulations and standards. For the U.S., it would be more the idea is that it would be more open, more focused on market systems, public-private partnerships, and it's really who's going to align with who. So China is working on aligning and partnering with developing countries. The U.S. is setting its sights on the EU, with Japan, with its allies. And so it really remains to be seen how it's going to play out. But the Trump administration was making clear that they want to be the dominant force.
It's very interesting and important at a high level. But for people watching now, they're on their commutes, they may be using ChatGPT to answer some questions. Why is this relevant and important to them? How does it make a difference, I guess, in our lives? Who's in charge or in the lead?
I think it's important for all of us to think about who is in charge and who's setting those standards. It's kind of like when the internet was born and how that played out. The perception is, experts tell me, do you want China's values to be embedded in the systems that you're using every day, or to decide where you can use it and what you can use?
Which could likely include censorship, for example.
Censorship or surveillance. The U.S. is saying, no, we want democratic values. We want more transparency. So that's what's at stake here, as far as also economic systems, military systems. There's a lot that's going to happen, so we should all be concerned.
Yeah, keep reading Sharon's work. This is a fascinating area that we all need to be literate in. Thanks for coming in. Great to see you.